time buyers and sellers, it's Judy Hayes with Remax Rewards. I wanted to do a monthly newsletter video. So for April, obviously this year is going to be about the COVID virus. So wanted to give you a little update on the market, what's going on, the questions we're getting asked from our buyers and our sellers. So we're going to start with our buyers first. The big question is, are we still house hunting? Are we able to go out and look at houses? The answer to that is absolutely yes, you are. So how are we going to protect you and do things a little bit differently than we normally do? Well, first of all, it's always a requirement to get pre-approved before you go house hunt. We obviously want you to make sure you know what your buying power is and that you're comfortable with your monthly payment and that you have discussed the various loan types with your lender so you know what type of offer you can make whenever you find the house of your dreams. So with regard to that, we wanted to let you know that lenders are tightening up their guidelines because of the industry and the economy right now. So normally we could get you pre-approved fairly easily with a 600 credit score with our multiple preferred lenders. Now those lenders are tightening up their guidelines. They're looking for a minimum of a 640 credit score. Some want a 660, some even want a 680. So your credit score is more important now than ever. The other thing they're tightening up on is that DTI, which is your debt to income ratio. That is more of a lender question, but they're going to see obviously how much money do you make versus what are your bills. So those are the two main things that they're going to qualify you on. And also there are programs that they aren't using right now. There's lots of bond programs and other things out there that they've kind of shut down, but they will come back as soon as everything settles down. So on the buyer's end, the other thing I want to show you is, how can I be protected? We want to ensure that you are comfortable on your job right now. And if you are and you're ready to purchase, but you're a little bit nervous because you don't know what may or may not happen. Well, this COVID-19 addendum that has come out by Trek, I can obviously send you a copy, just let me know, but it's going to cover you from the date you execute all the way through closing date. So number one, if for any reason you couldn't close because the title companies aren't open, which they are, we can do your closings, but if something was delayed for that, we can agree that the buyer and seller will extend. But more importantly, paragraph B is saying that the seller and the buyer agree that if buyer may have removed their financing contingency, if buyer is not able to fund their loan and close due to the buyer's loss of income from COVID-related issues, not any other issue, but COVID-related issues, then either party may terminate the contract and the earnest money will be refunded to the buyer. So if something happened to your job, whether you lost it or maybe lost hours and you just had a decrease in salary and you were unable to purchase, this addendum is going to cover you all the way through closing so you are protected to get your earnest money back. Okay? Ask me if you have any more questions. On the seller's side, the $1 million question right now is, do we list our home now or should we wait till this is all over? My response to that is, we are taking that on a case-by-case basis. What's your personal circumstance? Are we listing houses now? Absolutely. Is the market a little bit slower right now? Yes, it is. So the first question is, number one, are you going to allow people into your house? Are you comfortable with showing your home? If the answer to that is no, then we want to wait and put your home on the market in a little later time. Does not mean we shouldn't meet, discuss the market value, and also discuss what we need to do to your home to prepare it for the market, okay? If the answer is yes, you're fine with people coming into your home to list it, then we go through some protocols a little bit more stringent than normal. Number one, I want to ask you to turn on all the lights and open all the doors before any showing so that no one has to touch anything. Next, I'm going to ask you to have some Clorox wipes out as well as some hand sanitizer so that any agents or buyers coming to the house will have those for them. Agents are being very considerate right now. Again, we don't normally show houses to folks that are pre-approved. We are asking for those pre-approval nows because we are not just being tour guides and taking people out looking at houses because they're bored and they don't have anything to do at the house. So we want to make sure they are legitimate buyers. So the good news on the on the seller aspect is two things. Number one, if you go ahead and go on the market now, there's going to be less competition because once this blows over, I know personally I have 10 files on my desk that sellers are waiting because of their particular circumstances that they're not going to put their house on the market just yet. So if you are ready, especially if you're a vacant home, those are showing very well and we're getting contracts on those just like normal. Now, if you don't want to do it right now, we can wait until later. But those are a few things that are going to help you with your questions about whether you should buy, whether you should sell right now. And if you have any more questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. Our office number is 281-324 1300. Any of the agents on our team can help answer any of your questions. If you need anything else, please let us know.